Hello students, in the previous video we have already seen the finite and non-finite verb, and now today I am going to discuss a very important topic of English grammar, and that is modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries. So first of all you have to be careful what is modal auxiliaries. To know more about this expression, first of all you have to be careful about the definition of the same expression. And the clear definition of this expression is a verb which is used to express mood or attitude. A verb which is used to express mood or attitude of a speaker is called modal auxiliary. A verb which is used to express mood or attitude of the speaker is called modal auxiliaries. For the example, to know more about this expression, you have to see some more examples related to the topic. And the first one is, you should regularly go for a morning walk. You should regularly go for a morning walk. Here in the particular sentence, the example number 1, underline word. Here the underline word should. It is used to show the advice. You should regularly go for a morning walk. It expresses the sense of obligation or advice. So this is counted as modal auxiliary. Here is the second example. May I use your pen please? May I use your pen please? Here the underlined word may. It is used to show the mood or attitude of the speaker in the sentence. So this is also counted as modal auxiliary. Here is the third example, that you can park your car here. You can park your car here. In the third example, the underlined word can. It is used to show the mood or attitude of the speaker. So this is also counted as the modal auxiliary. So students, we can say that a verb which is used to express mood or attitude of the speaker, this is called the modal auxiliaries. And students, as a kind of your information, let I tell you that there are two classes of verbs. The first one is ordinary or regular verbs, and the second is auxiliary verbs. There are two classes of verbs. The first one is ordinary or the regular verbs, and the second is auxiliary verbs. That is the topic. And the auxiliary verbs are of two kinds. The auxiliary verbs are of two kinds. The first one is primary auxiliaries. The first kinds of auxiliary verbs is the primary auxiliaries. It includes be, do, have. The be form of verb includes is, am, are, was, were. These are the kinds of be form. Do, it includes do, does, did, and have, it includes has, have, had. These are the verbs which is known as primary verbs. And the second is the modal auxiliaries. The second is the modal auxiliaries, such as may, might, should, must, need, dare, ought to. These are the some kind of modal auxiliaries. So you can say that auxiliary verbs is are of two kinds. The first one is the primary auxiliaries, and it includes be, do, have. Be includes the form of is, am, are, was, were. Do, it includes the do, does, did, and have. It includes the has, have, and had. This is the primary verb, and the second is modal auxiliary verbs, that includes different type of words such as may, might, should, must, etc. These are the some kinds of modal auxiliary verbs. The modal verbs are used. There are some uses of modal auxiliaries. So here is the detail about it. The modal verbs are used to express functions such as permission, ability, obligation, provision, advice, possibility, probability, etc. These are the some kinds of uses of modal auxiliary verbs that is used to express the functions of permission, ability, obligation, provision, advice, suggestion, possibility, probability, etc. These are the some kinds of uses of modal auxiliary verbs. And as a kind of your information, students, let me tell you that the modal auxiliary verbs do not change with the number or person of the subject. They do not change with the number or person of the subject, like non-finite verbs. So these are the some details about the auxiliary verbs, and now I am going to tell you about the some uses of modal auxiliary verbs, including the first one is can. The first modal auxiliary is can. So first of all, we have to be careful about the function of can, where we can use the particular modal auxiliary, and that is the first use of can is it is used to talk about the ability and possibility. Can is used to show in a sentence to show ability and possibility. The first one, to know more about this proofs, we have to see some examples. The first one is that he can play chess very well. He can play chess very well. Here is the particular sentence. Sentence number one, the underlined word can. It is used to show the sense of ability in the sentence. It is used to show the sense of ability in the sentence. So we can say that here the underlined word can is used in the sentence to show the sense of ability. And the second example related to the same topic is the unhygienic food can damage your digestive system. Unhygienic food can damage your digestive system. Here the underlined word in the particular example can. Here the underlined word can. It is used to show the sense of possibility. If you include the unhygienic food for yourself, then it might be possibility that it can damage your digestive system. So here the underlined word can, it is used to show the sense of possibility in the sentence. So this is the first use of can. Here is the second use of can, and that is to ask. Can is used to ask or give permission in an informal way. To ask for and give permission, informal way. The first example is, can I join the guitar classes from tomorrow? Can I join the guitar classes from tomorrow? Here in the first sentence, the underlined word can. It is used to show seeking permission in the sentence. It is used to show seeking permission in the sentence. So this is counted as the modal auxiliary, seeking to ask for and give permission in informal way. Here is the second example related to the same topic, and that is, you can meet him tomorrow. You can meet him tomorrow. Here is the second example, the underlined word can. It is used to show the sense of giving permission in the sentence. Here the underlined word, it is used to show the sense of giving permission in the sentence. So these are the some kinds of uses of can which is used in the sentences to show the mood or attitude of the speaker, and different type of uses. The second modal auxiliary is may, and it is used, or may is used. The first use of the may is to ask for permission in formal way. May is used to ask for permission in formal way. For the example, may I come in, sir? Here the underlined word may. Here the underlined word may. It is used to ask permission in formal way in the sentence. So this is counted as also modal auxiliaries. Here is the second uses of the modal auxiliary may, and that is to express a wish. May is also used to express wish. For the example, may you always enjoy good luck. May you always enjoy good luck. Here the underlined word may. It is used to show wish in the sentence. So we can say that the modal auxiliary may is also express a wish in the sentence. Here the third usage of the modal auxiliary may, and that is it is used to indicate a possibility. May is used to show the sense of possibility. Sense of possibility. For the example, we can say that it may rain this afternoon. Here in the first sentence, the underlined word may. It is used to show the sense of possibility in the sentence. So we can say that the modal auxiliary may is also used to express the sense of possibility in the sentence. So these are the some kinds of uses of the modal auxiliary may. Now students, have a quick look once again please, and that is the topic modal auxiliary, a word which is used to express mood or attitude of the speaker is called modal auxiliary. A word which is used to express mood or attitude of the speaker is called modal auxiliary. Such as you should regularly go for the morning walk. Here the underlined word should, it is used to show the speaker's mood or attitude. So this is counted as modal auxiliary. May I use your pen? The second example, underlined word may. It is used to show the sense of mood or attitude of the speaker. So this is also counted as modal auxiliary. You can park your car here. Here the underlined word can, it is used to show the mood or attitude of the speaker in the sentence. So this is also counted as modal auxiliaries. And a modal auxiliary do not change the form according to number and person of the sentence. For the example, here is the first sentence, you should regularly go for a morning walk. Here the underlined word should is a word that doesn't consider about the number or person of the subject. If we put he instead of you, it also takes should. So we can say that the modal auxiliaries do not change with the number or person of the subject like non-finite words. And there are two kinds of classes, ordinary. There are two kinds of words, ordinary or regular words, auxiliary words. Auxiliary words is of two kinds. The first one is primary auxiliaries. It includes be, do, have. Be includes is, am, are, was, were, etc. Do, it includes do, does, did. Have, it includes has and had. And the second one is that modal auxiliary. It includes different type of words such as may, might, shall, should, must, etc. These are the some kinds of modal auxiliaries. Modal auxiliaries are always used in the sentence to show different type of functions such as permission, ability, obligation, provision, advice, possibility, etc. These are the some kinds of uses, and here are the examples of such type of modal auxiliaries. And you have to watch it all these rules and examples very carefully, and this is the first part of this topic, and you have to wait for the remaining part of this topic in the next video. Okay students, thank you very much.